But on the offensive end, he's physical.
Incredible wingspan, lets him do things that most guards can only dream of. I really love watching this kid play.
And now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan. Tip-off approaches.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Just a single game and all after this one. It's back on the road for the Bulls. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season. The previous series went right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And two teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year. But they played each other to a draw. Yeah, you know, it's a series, Greg. Was it matchups? Perhaps good fortune or tonight just the sample size of one game to see who comes out on top.
Now look at the Magic starting group. Gordon Hayward for the Warriors. Gordon Vucevic together at the post. And it's Bateman in at the point guard position. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy last year.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him wavering at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Fuck.
And you know, going back to this is had an effect on him.
Square button not working. What's wrong with the square button?
Opportunities that he had to get it, and it was an adjustment for him. Good ball move. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And here's Rose outside. Rose has got himself going on his first points of the game.
Oh shit.
That team last season. Amongst all the great talents that they had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team.
First quarter, 1.5 in. Rose against Bateman. He kicks it to Gordon. Terrific.
Hold up.
On the big play, and he lays it in.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Butler.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg? With that emphatic slam.
And guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Here's Noah, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Stolen by Rose. Up the floor, here's Dunleavy, finished off the break. Dunleavy's got 5 points so far.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Vucevic a screen on Rose. Payton with the ball. Noah picks him up. And the basket by Harris.
Wow, what a game for them so far. Very impressive. They haven't missed yet.
For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to Oklahoma City.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Payton drives in, lays it up, and banks it in. Payton's got 6 points.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Well, it was a defensive issue for the Magic. They had trouble stopping opponents last season, guys. I mean, didn't really challenge anything at their own rim, and that's really what made it tough for them. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
That's his 4th straight make right out the chute. He's setting a pretty high standard for himself here.
Just like you draw it up before you come out.
So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Jason Smith, he's checked in.
So forever tuning in, I haven't set up my defense yet. We playing on default settings and see if we can get a lead and force them into a timeout situation. It's not working yet. They already ready to sub.
From long range.
But I'm going to use the whole bench on the road for bench plays. Yeah, there's a timeout. I was waiting for it.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take them long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production
increase the tempo.
Athletic limitations.
Get shooters open, crash the boards, play physical, protect the paint for now. Oh, got 9 assists, points off turnovers. We missed our only free throw. Let's use the whole team.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Harris. Chicago leading.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against a better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
For the finish, and Rose throws it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin.
That's
shit. Just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
We fucked up.
Fournier,
we had a fast break and missed that shit.
Good by Dedmon.
That shit, get
Dedmon's
that
got
shit
his
out of there.
first
All right.
2 points.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Shots good from Butler.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Screen by Smith. Off the pitch.
Get that shit down.
With the block. Here's Dunleavy. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Magic moving the ball around, and Lasagna gets it to go.
Lasagna?
We always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Scott Skiles. He said that the defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense.
Oh, man, that was an accident.
A moment now to check out the numbers for Fournier. Last season's performance for him. Put up about 12 points a game, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And, guys, no question.
Hey, I don't... Fuck that. Hey, you ain't sent me nothing. I don't owe you nothing. Anybody listening?
He's a guy with some talent, but honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers
What happened?
improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
And it'll be Orlando with their first.
Oh, shit. Oh, everybody energy is on. Okay.
First time out of the game right here. You look at Jimmy Butler. He's really been playing well.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. He got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. And Mirotic subbed in for Dunleavy. And a change for the Magic. Price checked in.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option.
Dunk on, bitch.
Wrong side of the size equation.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Yep.
Tackle.
Let's get it. I'm with it. Let's get it. We hit it. What you gonna say now? You're wrong. What you gonna say now? Oh, man.
Their defense, they're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnover.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break. They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
That's good. Fournier's got his second basket of the night.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
There's a good screen. And Fry kicks to
Oh, shit.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds in Chicago gains possession. So for the Magic, Vucevic checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Aaron Gordon comes in for his son. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Evan Fournier. Rose gets the bucket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 6. Last outing for Chicago, they won that game against the Detroit Pistons.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where
oh, man. Yeah, I'm guilty of fouling. Damn.
You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Fuck you. You ain't scoring on me, bitch. Oh, he scored on me. Damn it.
Both teams deciding to change it up. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That'll be a 5-second.
Oh, shit. My bad. Hold on, I want to chat right quick.
With 2 seconds left, and it's Payton. That time on the assist by Gordon. Payton's got 8 points.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Bulls lead by 13. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, I think it's been noticeable just because this has been my decision, too. And I want to make it good, great, actually. Not good, but great.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought. It's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates, Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And the Bulls guys have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
The big men are Gibson and Noah. Jimmy Butler is out there with Brooks, and it's Mirotic in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
You know, guys, Taj Gibson now is 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Bulls moving the ball around. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
Noah hits them both.
And when you look at how Thibs got fired, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why a coach can be let go. I mean, he didn't have any performance issues, but apparently clashed in some form or fashion with the front office. Sometimes that's all it takes to be asked to go somewhere else.
The fadeaway, count the bucket. Noah's got 9 points.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Payton kicks to Vucevic. There's a screen. Dishes to Harris. 13 feet away. And there are the Magic with another bucket.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Noah. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. And 12 points for Joakim Noah.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Shots good by Gibson.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the 2nd fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. Starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And for the Magic, they would try and address the bench for this season, both through the draft and free agency.
Chicago making some changes. Dunleavy comes in for Mirotic, and it's Heinrich in for Butler. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Channing Frye's checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Harris. Evan Fournier's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Watson in for Elfrid Payton.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And guys, the Magic didn't luck out and jump into the top 3 in the draft. Still ended up with a high pick, and that'll help add another nice piece to their puzzle. They've accumulated a lot of good pieces, but now they need to start making it work.
For 3, Heinrich. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from beyond the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Nails the open triple off the fast break. Heinrich's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Bulls. Watson with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Can they get it? Watson's shot is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Well, let's take a look at where Orlando ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 12th in steals, 12th in points off turnovers. And they were in the top half of the league in field goal percentage as a team, and part of that was due to the fact that they were a little inconsistent offensively.
The Bulls have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
What a performance. From Joakim Noah here. He has 12 points and 2 rejections. He's hitting field goals, 3-pointers, using all that range he's got in his arsenal.
And Clark, you know, that just wears defenders down because they have to follow him all over the floor.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Orlando. And he's good on the second. Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for him here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
It's stolen by Dunleavy. Here's Gibson, and it's blocked. Feeds it to Watson. And Frye kicks to Fournier. Pass to Dedmon. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Watson's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight.
And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season, led the league in total attendance, for 6 straight seasons, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Shooting two. Shooting two.
Free throw, good from Frye. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
Watson, the pass to Frye. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Watson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Hinrich from outside, and it's good. Hinrich's got 14 points.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
Well, we've already seen plenty. I mean, he's got more points from outside the arc than inside of it so far.
Rose dishes to Gibson. Fires top of the key. And it's Chicago scoring again.
That was a textbook shot from Rose, and pretty to boot.
Watson kicks to Dedmon. Again, the Magic score. Now Hinrich. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Detroit.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Looking at some numbers for Derrick Rose, how he performed last season. He averaged about 17 points a game last year, 5 assists and 3 rebounds. And I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output. And you know he's always looking to push himself.
Yeah, you know, really solid numbers across the board here, Greg. I mean, he contributes in a multitude of ways for this club.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
That's his first personal foul.
Snell checked in for Kirk Hinrich. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Tobias Harris comes in for Channing Frye. Oladipo, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Payton in for C.J. Watson.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Rose with the ball. Now Payton defending. Rose, good.
Rose can really turn it on at times.
Knocked away. Stolen by Rose. Throws down the breakaway jam.
You got to be kidding me. I mean, that's a point guard playing like a power forward.
And he can do a little bit of everything out there.
Yeah, he torches defenders in all kinds of ways. When he's on the floor, he's a matchup headache.
Wasted no time on that one. And it's 13 points for Tobias Harris.
And Scott Skiles has been around the league as a coach for a while now, coming home to where he played most of his career here in Orlando. And at times, he can be a demanding coach.
Payton against Rose. In the corner, it's Harris. For 3, that's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 8th assist in the game.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his 2nd this quarter.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
And the basket by Harris.
Well, he's done his part, no doubt about it. Still yet to miss in the game.
Snell from outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
No doubt about it, Greg. I mean, when the offense runs through him, it's really smooth. He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Orlando's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. And Oladipo kicks to Payton. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. There's Rose with the 3. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10. Double-digit perfection.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get...
Woo. It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
And he gets the bucket.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds a spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Bulls out front, just dominating this one. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. An outstanding first quarter for Derrick Rose. He ended up with 28 points, 6 steals, and 1 rebound. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, how about that ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
Ernie, they are way too weak defensively in the paint. They're getting walked over down low, giving up a ton of points. Barbecue chicken everywhere, with the sauce, without the sauce. We're having a Thanksgiving feast in here. That's a recipe for disaster. They cannot keep letting guys drive the lane, layups, lobs. Defense is weak, Ernie.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
How about a double-double already? I mean, this is the sort of energy performance that just energizes your entire team.
He has impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. Really going to be hard to slow him down now. I tell you what, this has been fun to watch.
Orlando's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. Well, the Magic knew that last season would be one, Greg, for development. A young team like they had needs to grow before they can really compete.
And you touched upon it, Kevin. They really were a young team last season. Third youngest team in the league by the end of the year. How about an average age of just over 24 years old?
Here's who Scott Skiles is starting the second half with. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Oladipo and Harris are the wings. And it's Payton in at the point. And Butler gets it to go on the assist by Dunleavy. That's now 22 points for Butler.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And boy, are they taking advantage.
And you talk about that low age number for the Magic. You mentioned it a moment ago, and they had several rookies last season. That's why they were so young. It was as good a year as any to get their feet wet and see what those young guys could do.
Here's Dunleavy, finished off the break. Dunleavy's got 19 points.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
And it's Harris off the drive, and Gasol sends it back. That's tipped. Harris with it. Noah picks him up, goes back up, and it's Orlando with another.
And the Magic, while their youth did grow over the course of the season, they still struggle. And they do need a veteran presence to kind of ensure that they don't start developing that culture of losing in the franchise.
Payton drives in. Here's Gordon, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Azania, he's checked in for Orlando. Watson comes in for Payton. The Magic shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
Definitely. And area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys. What a great start to the second half. They still haven't missed a field goal.
And stolen by Butler. One-on-one here. Here's Dunleavy. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Dunleavy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
And those are two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Gasol's shot is good.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Pass to Azania. Gordon, the pass to Hazania. Just 5 on the clock. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
How about the range on that jump shot? I love seeing this guy when he's in form.
Gasol a screen. Dunleavy dishes to Butler. Again, Chicago.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. The Bulls making a switch here. Mirotic is checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Dwayne Dedmon comes in for Vucevic, and Fournier subbed in for Harris. Puts it up off the inbound, and it's good on the layup. Chicago's gotten all 4 of the 3-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. Mirotic gets the bucket.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the 3-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out. trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Watson kicks to Gordon. To the paint, it's tipped. Stolen by Noah. To the middle, here's Rose. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there. He's tall for a shooting guard, and he took full advantage of his height on that one.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Noah kicks to Gasol. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. Noah's got 3 assists now in this one.
I mean, if you're looking to get back into this game, you have to get tougher defensively.
They double him with Butler. And Fournier kicks to Watson. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And Orlando again with the bucket.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Noah and the Bulls, another 3.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And it's Butler with the jam.
How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Noah, the pass to Mirotic. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Boy, the pace has been relentless. These guys have really been pushing it up, fellas.
And one of the best ways to get a rhythm offensively really is to play in space. And you do that with fast break opportunities. Transition buckets are always a boon offensively. Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against the up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups form in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Orlando's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic. Some changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Heinrich comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's Brooks in for Rose. Then for the Magic, Smith checked in for Dwayne Dedman. Fry comes in for Aaron Gordon. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for C.J. Watson.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly. Eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs.
And stolen by Butler. And another fast break for Chicago. Bulls running. And Mirotic throws it down.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That is his first foul of the game.
And the Cavs knocked out the Bulls in 6 games. Bulls went up 2-1 in the series, but didn't have an answer for LeBron. Strong effort from the Bulls, though, but they just couldn't match the firepower of the Cavs.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Victor Oladipo comes in for Hezonja, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Napier. Three-pointer, Heinrich. It's rebounded by Payton. Here's Orlando now. Looking ahead to their next game, playing at New Orleans, they'll match up against the Pelicans. And that game will be game 2 of 3 straight on the road. Butler on the wing. Here's Fournier. He's got 9. He shoots again, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
And the Magic struggled last season, still waiting on one of their young stars to just take that next step.
toward the end of the year, the Magic saw leaps from Oladipo and from Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, I like those two young guys, Kevin, but it's hard to compete in the NBA without a top 20 scorer. He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Orlando's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. No coverage that time.
Victor Oladipo.
That's 12 points for Victor Oladipo.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the three, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
To the left wing, Fournier, that's for 2. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Hinrich from outside. That's good. Heinrich's got 17. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's Chicago opening up a huge gap. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So the Bulls 5 right now. Brooks is out there with Hinrich. Then it's Taj Gibson. Then there's Tony Snell. Here's Napier. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
And, guys, something every team strives for is getting points off of turnovers, and they've done that here in both halves.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
And the Magic with possession. The dish to Smith. And Smith gets double teamed. Nicholson with the bucket.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
And, Greg, defensively, you got to have better floor balance and commitment to hustling back. I mean, you got to sprint back. You can't jog back.
The Bulls making a switch here. Noah's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And guys, Kirk Hinrich, a steady, reliable point guard, but not last season. Something went severely wrong with his shot to the point where he suffered career-low shooting percentages from the field and from three-point.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Man, this fourth quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
Talking about Hinrich, the one thing you expect from him is consistency. But when he couldn't provide it last year, the team turned to a different backup point guard.
Exactly right, Kevin. Hinrich couldn't have felt good about becoming a third stringer, averaging the fewest minutes per game of his career last season.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Jason Smith. Oladipo outside. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. And that's 15 points for Victor Oladipo. Noah kicks to Hinrich from the arc. Another three for Chicago.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Harris dishes to Nicholson. It's stolen by Hinrich. Brooks kicks to Snell. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Snell's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's exactly how they've gotten the lead right here. Easily, he's been their most consistent performer.
As simple as it gets. He's hitting everything he's looked at. Keep feeding the fire.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Orlando's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Here's Napier, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Brooks for three. Another three for Chicago.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Nicholson with the bucket.
Yeah, you're making things far too easy for him when you let him get it that deep.
I echo that ditto. I mean, you've got to do your work early to try to keep him out of the post. Fight him a little bit. Keep him away from that spot he wants.
Magic have gotten all 8 of their shots in the fourth quarter to drop. Truly remarkable. It's Oladipo on the wing. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got 3 assists tonight.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Noah wide open, and the Bulls another 3.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Here's Napier, and again it's Orlando with the 3.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
That one goes. Count it.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
Especially now, Greg, with every possession being so crucial.
Pau Gasol's checked in for the Bulls. And a switcher also for Orlando. Channing Frye's checked in for Nicholson. Harris outside. Poked away. Here's Portis. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And he slams it one-handed.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Another one falls for Chicago.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Oladipo, the pass to Frye. To the left side wing. There's a screen. Here's Napier. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Napier's got 17 now, just in the second half. Here's Gasol. And a great assist by Hinrich as that one goes in.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Napier. Brooks covering. Napier kicks to Fry. Here's Harris. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And he's on his way to putting up a big three-point total.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed.
And Oladipo, here we go. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Snell. It's deflected. They recover it. Hinrich outside. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
It's been a humongous 4th quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been deadly.
The feed now to Oladipo. And now, in transition, it's Hinrich. Here we go.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
They set the pick. Can they get it? And the basket by Napier. Napier's got 19 points.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Gasol dishes to Brooks. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, it's been really sloppy out there.
Yeah, focus, focus, focus. Just make the simple play.
Oladipo's got that look tonight, hitting 5 of 5 from 3. Some amazing outside shooting.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
Fewer miscues made the difference, Clark.
Yeah, I thought the fact they minimized their turnovers was huge. It was a terrific all-around effort.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so by winning the first of 3 in this season series, it should give them plenty of momentum and confidence for the next time they'll have to lace their sneakers up against the Magic.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Rose. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Some changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Doug McDermott in for Brooks. And a switcher also for Orlando. Smith checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. 43 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Napier passes to Smith. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimmick.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
And finished off by Noah.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Joakim, plenty went right for the team tonight, and how you guys executed. What was the key to getting the job done?
I think we just moved the ball real well tonight. We played hard. We're a tough team, you know, and we just want to get better, and it was a good win for us tonight.
Congratulations. We appreciate the time. Over to you guys.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And time now to head over.